folks, good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. It is Monday, it is April 14, and we welcome everyone on onespotmedia.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, TelevisionJamaica.com, our friends in the Cayman Islands at Television Jamaica International, and wherever you are. Absolutely amazing to have you with us this morning. Hope you had a great weekend, and we pray you have a great week. Walk one.
Everything.
Them colors, they win.
Thanks, man.
Easy. No, them win easy too.
Thank you. That wasn't competing, but I'm glad they won.
Win easy. How soon, what time, when you decide what you're going to wear in the morning?
Boy. One time I was very organized, you know, for real.
2 hours.
Night before.
2 hours.
Pick it out. If you need to press, you go press it, hang it up. Get up in the morning. Because, 4 o'clock when, for you, 3 when the alarm goes off, you're like, 5 more minutes. So anything that you can do the night before you do, pack my Pilates bag and I don't know what happened. But this morning, I was like, okay, today is, every day for me, is comfortable, right? Yeah. I have a style. If my pants foot big, my nice, my jacket give me room, my good. Yeah. But it's comfortable. So I thought, what can I wear today? I grabbed this and I was like, okay, I need something to go with. At about 4:33.
Yeah.
Always have white camis, ladies. Once I find the top and the bottom, I just flag it together.
It's the same thing. I tell you, just ensure so the white shirts iron. I probably have about 8, 9 of them. Can't remember how much. But I don't take it about. I think about it the night before. So I think about it and I say, I'm going to wear black tomorrow. And then sometimes I get up and my black pants. No.
Oh, I think about it the night before. And I think about it, and the thought is, you really should get up and go and find the clothes. Yeah. And then I just don't want to think about it.
And usually, what I think about, I end up wearing. But then, every now and again, I come out and I say, no, I'm just grab a white shirt, any pants, any jacket, and I'm good. But usually, what I think about.
What you're going to wear? Because your closet full of things.
No, but usually, what I think about, it end up wearing. But you're all right, though. Everybody is everybody.
I am well. Thank you. I had the honor and the joy and the pleasure of sitting inside the Little Theatre on Saturday to watch JCDC Nationals. Aaron was dancing. I got the most... Well, congrats to Immaculate on the 2 goals. Yay!
Brilliant.
But also, don't never tell me, Ariana. I'm sorry, Ariana. Ariana is a big dancer, no? Ariana up on the stage and dance with you, take. I said, why we don't know that you're a dancer? She's shy.
No, but remember, she did come to put on some dancing right here.
When?
Yes, man.
Outside of the challenge?
Yeah, one man really have a little thing right or some man actually put on some dancing.
No, sir, I'm not talking about the challenge. I mean competitive dance. I did not know.
I didn't know.
So she was coming in and... I said, but wait a minute. What's happening there? I was very pleased. So, good job to you, Ari. The word is out.
So, from she come now, she have a dance our way right on.
Yes, she now go please.
All right, folks. All right, so let me tell you what's up this morning. By the way, before I tell you what's up, the West Indies women, they're playing Pakistan as we speak. And they need to win to ensure that they have an opportunity to get to the World Cup, Cricket World Cup. So they lost to Scotland and we beat Ireland and now we're playing Pakistan. Last time I think Pakistan batting first, they were 70 for 2 or something, which is not great news, but I feel we're going to win. Hold on now, I'll get a little thing, because see if I can work with this one right away. Oh!
What happened? Good news? Bust it.
The word is out.
Ariana, banana is here.
Yeah. Sorry,
You cannot put up your hand here on TV. Hold on, we can do it again. Ariana.
Is Marissa?
That's Noel beside her, by the way. Noel's what Noel call it? Broadcast, what you call it, Noel.
Sorry, Ari.
Yeah, Ariana, you can't block people on TV. Noel, what's your name again? What is Noel's job again? Sound engineer. That's audio tech, right? And beside him was Junior. who is another audio. I don't know why I'm named Junior and he's about 400 years old. He must be a senior by now, no?
Jeez, wow, Wentworth. That was rough.
Wentworth.
That wasn't Nefri. That was a straight classic.
I love it. No, man, I love Wentworth, man.
That was rough.
I love Wentworth.
Wow.
What did the man say? I need cash. No, JJ Wentworth. I mean that. All right, but I did. Don't call me if you need cash now. I need cash now. All right, tell us what's happening this morning.
Wentworth is the truth. All right, folks, coming up on today's show, we're zooming in to speak with a children's book author teaching kids about Jamaica. She's from Canada, or she's in Canada.
Yep.
So we touch bases with her.
Plus, we will be joined by the president of the Young Entrepreneurs Association to speak about their call for reforms to Jamaica's public procurement system.
And the public defender joining us to discuss the role and achievements of the office.
Then later on in the show, we speak with Denby High's girls hockey team. Them just beat the defending champions. Seem not going like this one. Immaculate Conception. They were the under 19 girls hockey champions. Then
we have to give somebody a chance sometimes.
Yeah, well, why not?
Yeah. We're also going to be speaking with the CEO of Cabrico Designs about 2 awards they recently walked away with in the National Craft Product Quality Showcase.
All right, folks, plenty more, but kind of plenty president birthday this morning.
Do you?
Yeah, I think about 6 or 7. I see them a fly come in this morning. This one says, belated happy birthday to my daughter, Alia Reed. Celebrated their 14th birthday yesterday. She attends Immaculate Conception High School. Here she is right here. Come.
Girl magic.
I'll big you up. And your mom and your dad and the family, they all love you. There you go.
Happy birthday.
Belated happy birthday and many, many happy returns. Here you go. That's el numero uno. Who else I have here? And I just feel a vibration, so something run come in. Happy 5th birthday to my princess, Amelia Fuller, coming from your mom, your stepdad, your grandma, and your brothers. And your mom definitely works with us. Big time picture here. Happy birthday. Is a carrier day, I suspect. Have a great day. Many happy returns. That is el número 2. El número 3 says, my beloved friend, the happiest birthday, Kashika Russell. Greetings coming from me, Terry, and her kids and her husband, Brian. Here you go, Kashika. Happy birthday. Many happy returns. All right, and this is el número 3. When we reach now, he didn't tell me to date, but she says, I am proud to turn 51 years old. It's coming from your daughter, Ariana, and from your family and your friends. And her name is Kathy Stevenson. Kathy, you're not telling the truth. You don't look anything close to 51, but if you say so. Happy, 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 happy birthday. And many, many happy returns. El número what that?
It's 4.
El número 4. All right, here comes 5. Happy, amazing birthday to my sponsor, coach, and mentor, traveling Queen Claudine, coming from Selena and Team Millionaire in the making.
Just saying.
Well,
want to be a part of that team?
I have 6 pictures.
Oh.
6 of them.
Select all of
6 of them.
Oh, my.
So I get it. So I shall
send. Give it. Yeah. So you get it, so you give it.
There you go. Happy birthday. I want to be part of the Millionaire group myself. Me thinks that's it. But guess what?
Guess what?
No. Me can't think that's it. Me nearly forget.
What are you going to forget?
Look at this, man. Happy birthday to one of us here.
Hey, watch picture. Watch picture. Chris, you bathed that day, then I now ask
this
for rice.
This is Christopher Lawrence.
Look at you. Okay. Happy birthday to resident singaholic.
Happy birthday, my friend, and many, many happy returns. He's part of our social media team. But I also have some breaking news.
What's happened?
We don't have anybody any more birthday. Remember, I used to say, here are some other folks. We don't have some other folks.
No more birthday onto that screen?
Nope.
No, man.
So make we let have some people.
Okay. Pamela.
Must, Pamela.
George.
Why George? Though?
David.
No, I think George one was yesterday.
But there's another George today.
All right. Wentworth.
Herbert.
Simone.
Okay, and Natalie.
Give me a tune with Simone tonight.
Excuse past my cellular phone. Let me call Antoinette and Simone.
So I never call you first.
I don't know.
Sometimes
Because
call
before would have to
Antoinette.
rhyme with Simone, so it have to be at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
You couldn't say, pass me cellular yet. Let me call Simone and Antoinette. Although he could.
There you go. Simone name should have called first. My vex with that. We'll change up that tune. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. The important things we talk about in the morning.
So I guess we're going to go for a break. And then when we come back, we'll have the hot topic.
Yeah. If you're celebrating today, happy birthday to you. That's the question. What is
Here we go.
Time for the hot topics, folks.
Okay.
Before you start, Sim,
Yes.
just want to say condolences to the family of Max Romeo, the influential, I'm reading here, Jamaican reggae artist. He's best known for tracks such as Chase the Devil and War in a Babylon. He died at the age of 80. He's known to his family and friends as Maxie Smith. He died, I'm told, after heart complications on Friday. He rose to fame in the late 60s with his provocative hit, Wet Dream. Despite being banned by the BBC, the song became a UK top 10 single and spent 25 years in the chart, cementing his legacy as one of the world's most recognizable reggae voices. There you go. I'm reading here, it says he was a perfect gentleman and a gentle soul. He had great love for his family, and he was a legend in his own right. He says you couldn't meet a nicer person, which makes the loss more difficult. Began his career back in 1965. So again, condolences to the family, to the fraternity. Max Romeo has left us. All right, ma'am, which one are you going to now?
Well, you know, I was horrified. We're all horrified to hear of this story. Now we have a development in the story. A 24-year-old man being charged after allegedly shooting a TVJ employee with the media worker's gun during a ride home last month. What?
Yeah, apparently he picked him up. Apparently he was driving, saw the gentleman on the road and picked him up to take him home. And they were saying that it was a gentleman of unsound mind. And during the drive home, they got into an argument in the car, and the man was able to get his gun, shot him a number of times. Thank goodness that he's alive. But,
charged is 24-year-old John Dormeville of Southern Cross Drive, Kingston 17. Reports from the Harbourview Police are that about 9:20 a.m., the TVJ employee, as Nephra said, was travelling in a vehicle along Seashore Place when he saw the accused stop to offer him a ride to his house. While en route, an argument reportedly developed between the two, and a tussle ensued. It is alleged that Dormeville retrieved the media worker's licensed firearm from the vehicle, exited and opened gunfire at the complainant, and then escaped on foot. Our employee was assisted to the hospital by residents where he was treated and admitted in stable condition. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Well, as Nev said, we're just glad it ended.
Yeah, because
it could have
apparently,
been tragic.
yeah, apparently one of the bullets shattered his jaw or something like that, I was told. So
Jeez.
really happy that he's going to be all right. Boy, this one is, I don't know if interesting is the right word for this one. Findings of the recent chewing gum can shed microplastics into saliva pilot study has revealed that chewing gum releases microplastics into saliva, with hundreds to thousands of particles expelled during the first few minutes of chewing. This is due to the gum-based ingredient synthetic rubber, which is a kind of plastic. Even natural gums made from plant materials like chicle were found to release similar quantities of microplastics. Now, this study was conducted by University of California, Los Angeles, engineering professor Sanjay Mohanty and graduate student Lisa Lowe. The study suggests avoiding gum altogether.
Oh, jeez.
Mohanty urges consumers to throw gum into the trash to prevent littering with plastic. In Jamaica, microplastic pollution is a growing concern. A study conducted by the University of the West Indies found measurable quantities of microplastics in the surface waters of Kingston Harbour, with fragments being the most common type. Now, the Jamaican government has been proactive in addressing plastic pollution. Regulations are being developed to remove microplastics from personal care products. Additionally, the Vision 2030 Jamaica campaign aims to raise awareness and promote practices to reduce plastic pollution. Well, I don't know if I must say, thank goodness I don't chew gum. But if you follow these people, are those birdseed alone you eat, you know?
And even birdseed, I'm going to tell you, say, I have something here that is going to make you...
Eh?
I'm tired! My goodness! I mean, we're glad for technology that will reveal things, but...
I did kind of read this one long time about this, you know, but microplastic.
I've been chewing gum. I choose a lot of gum.
Yeah, and I don't choose no gums
my
at all.
My stomach is full of plastic.
I don't chew gum.
Plastic stomach.
No, not just plastic. Microplastic. It's not funny, actually, to be honest.
Could be macro, so there's... Oh, Lord. I mean, them say you have to take back to make laugh, but my goodness, man. Every day something
this
else.
is due to the gum's base ingredient, synthetic rubber.
So, all this while the synthetic rubber we've been chewing, I never know?
Well, I guess. Well, according to the study by the University of California.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Coffee is a problem apart the coffee. Caffeine generally apart the caffeine. Then them tell you the other day says wine. Now is chewing gum. Tomorrow is what?
Even that, as you said that, you know, remember they say a kind of glass of wine a day is good for you, and you know some people say,
right.
you know, if you have none kind of alcohol, none at all.
Yikes.
I suggest you just go in the yard, lock your door.
Well, you can drink water, but then if you're not eating anything else, you're going to want to drink more than 8 glasses. And them say, depending on who you listen to, more than 8 glasses can drown you.
Last week we do the interview say E. coli in the water.
What are we supposed to eat and drink?
Bird seed. We miss a bird that fly all about.
Bird seed is for the birds now. You ain't no bird.
Wow. Anyway, this is a serious story. I mean, as Sib said, you take bad things, make joke, but this is a serious story. And if I can't understand, I can't say this is not so, because
no, the study is the study.
The study is the study. So, I guess even if you don't totally stop chewing gum, maybe you could cut down a bit. And
mercy.
Wow, incredible. All right, next one.
This one has to do with the tariffs now. According to our Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator the Honourable Aubin Hill, Jamaica is not currently impacted by the escalating tariff between the US and China. While Jamaica is not directly caught in the crossfire of the tariff dispute, Minister Hill cautioned that the government remains vigilant. Quote, "We have to be very aware and nimble," he said, noting that the Foreign Affairs Ministry is actively reviewing documentation to determine if the Caribbean Basin Initiative, CBI, will continue to provide preferential access to the U.S. market. He added that should the CBI be affected, Jamaica would need to assess its competition. Quote, "If that happens, we then have to say who else is in the 10% category. And for those in that 10% category, do they sell the same stuff that we sell to the U.S.? Some may, but they may be located in Africa or Asia. We then have a clearly competitive advantage based on geographic location." I think he was talking to us when he did this this interview. This quote is coming from, he spoke to myself and Delia last week on the show. He expressed confidence in Jamaica's ability to adapt, pointing to the country's recent track record of resilience. "We then must find the ways, which is what we as Jamaicans have done in the past 10 years. We've been able to overcome the pandemic. We didn't raise taxes. We didn't borrow any more money to do it. And in fact, we've had through that entire period of time 10 consecutive budgets without raising of taxes." So not affected by the tariffs, we know. But the minister is saying we need to remain vigilant and see what's going on so we can adjust, take advantage of any competitive benefits indicators that we have, and stand ready. Okay.
There you go. So the White House on Friday hung a painting of the president depicting a moment after an assassination attempt against him last summer, bumping the official portrait of Barack Obama. Hanging a new presidential likeness without advance notice is unusual, not surprising that it's unusual, and Trump putting himself in that space could be seen as breaking with the norms yet again, not surprising. By tradition, portraits of the two most recent former presidents go on display in the foyer, and Trump is in the unique position of also being a former president. Obama's portrait went on display in the foyer of the state floor near the staircase to the president's residence after it was unveiled a few years ago, 2022. The White House said it's still in the foyer, but has been moved to the opposite wall, where a portrait of former President George Bush used to hang. Plans are to move Mr. Bush's portrait near to his father, former President George Bush, which is on the staircase to the residence. So the White House announced the unexpected change in a post on its official account on X with a photo of the new painting that said, "Some new artwork at the White House," and a pair of emoji eyes. The painting captures the aftermath of an attempt on Trump's life during a July rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Mr. Trump was wounded in the ear and thrust his fist skyward as he said, "Fight, fight, fight." Donald Trump, he was what, the 45th and the 47th president? And now he says he found a loophole where he can run again. So 45th, 47th, 48th. Eh? Oh, incredible. And Rory McIlroy is the winner of the Masters Golf Tournament. Hey, sport must be the greatest thing in life.
Not golf.
Same. I almost said honey. Same. Well, I know the man have a putt from here to about the end of the thing to win it and miss and go into a playoff and then him win it. I mean, it was from about here to here, and everybody think he was going because he was playing beautifully.
Golf is like a bedtime story.
You know why I like golf?
Lullaby.
You know why I like golf?
Because you like bedtime stories and
No,
lullabies.
you play against yourself. It's you and the golf course. It's not.
I'm not excited.
It is because it's
You and a stick and a ball and I.
no man.
No.
If you watch Tiger is hitting something here and there's a tree right there and him hitting here. And the green is behind him and Tiger hit it around the tree and curve it back in.
Really
I mean, when he hit it, I went jump up Richard. When he hit it, you see him run behind the tree and go so. And you just see the ball and come out. No man, it's a brilliant game. It's a brilliant game. And actually you would enjoy it. If you knew how to play it, you'd enjoy it.
I'm not sure. My head is going to drop off. I'm just shaking
No, if you know how to.
Nope.
A lot of these games is because we just don't know really the
Golf,
rules and stuff like that.
American football.
Same thing I thought about American football. First time I see it, it just looked like about 7,000 man run down one man to kill him.
You're accurate. Also, why 30 seconds take 5 minutes to play or half hour? It don't make sense.
Because they play playing time.
No.
So, just like basketball. A basketball game is 48 minutes,
You know, I used
and
to
it lasts
play
about 3 hours because it's playing time. So every time the ball stops, the clock
I
stops.
was a huge basketball fan
But,
back in the day.
but,
When the players started to change, so did my allegiance to the sport.
no.
But golf,
Oh man, great sport, great sport. And congrats to Rory McIlroy. He now has the Grand Slam, so he's won all four.
wow.
All right, that's it for the Hot Topics Plus. First edition of News in 5 when we come back, and then I think we start off with a game this morning. We're going to start off with a game.
Oh, we love games. We're so good at games.
Well,
we're going to do terribly.
Well, she's good at games.
We're
not
awful.
me.
You know the truth.
Hey, there's Kerry.
Carrie, sorry.
Hey, Kerry.
Nice. And pretty in her green this morning.
All right, when we come back, Kerry will have the news. Soon come.
Good morning. I'm Carrie Ann Simpson with News in 5 for this Monday, April 14. Special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Up first this morning, delegates of the Jamaica Labour Party should today hear the outcome of Sunday's runoff in Western Westmoreland between Member of Parliament Moreland Wilson and Councillor for the Sheffield Division Garfield James. JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang told our news centre last night that the election was close. Over 600 persons were eligible to vote and voter turnout was over 50%. To other news, 4 people are now in hospital following a 3-vehicle collision Sunday afternoon along the Boscobel Main Road in St. Mary. According to reports, around 1:30 p.m., a blue Honda motor car was traveling eastward and was about to make a right turn. A Toyota Probox, which was heading in the opposite direction, slowed down to allow the Honda to complete its turn. However, a Toyota fielder reportedly attempted to overtake the Probox. In doing so, it collided with both vehicles. The injured were rushed to hospital. However, their conditions are unknown. In the meantime, an eyewitness is making this appeal to drivers.
Drive better on the road. I be mad this man them a go on with a run no money, brother. The man them just need for it. Just take better care on the road, brother. You don't need for run down the road. You just need for just go easy on the road. Just be a madness, brother. So you kill a crashing and people are there that nah stop. Trust me. Cause be a madness a go on.
The St. Mary Municipal Corporation is promising to look into complaints from residents of Tower Isles about overgrown vegetation in their community. The residents say the unmaintained areas have become havens for criminal activities and pests such as rodents and mosquitoes. Mayor of Port Maria Fitzroy Wilson was speaking at the recent meeting of the Municipal Corporation.
Our Chief Engineering Officer was given a mandate to identify and do the investigation as to some of these requests that we've had, that we've received, especially over the past 2 weeks, and within community meetings that we would have attended. So, Mr. Johnson, we're anticipating that you'll give us a fulsome report on most of these areas.
With the new Information and Communications Technology Authority now in operation, the government is amplifying efforts to turn Jamaica into a digital economy.
This body will absorb and build on the work of eGov Jamaica Limited and will provide the unified digital backbone required to support the entire public sector. So we will have an ICT authority which will ensure that government agencies are equipped with the modern ICT services, tools, and support systems needed to deliver high-quality digital services to citizens.
The Prime Minister adds that the National Broadband Program is being expanded to increase internet speed and reliable connectivity.
To date, we have connected 702 schools, 145 ministries, departments, and agencies, and 43 other government offices. And in the coming year, we will connect an additional 224 institutions, including more schools, courthouses, and rural service centers.
And that's your News in 5. I'm Carrie and Simpson. Stay tuned. Smile Jamaica continues right after these messages.
So for this morning's fun stop, we'll be finding some words based on categories. Words are written in columns on a whiteboard. A category appears on the side screen, and each of us will get 10 seconds to put a line through each word that matches
10
the
seconds.
category. So what do you call this? Word finder or something?
Yeah,
I'll go first.
But this is like a word salad because Lisa just flung the word them and got about our business.
I'll go first.
What the business are you running?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
the first category?
Why you have to go first?
Because I'm older.
Because you're the elder.
Yeah. Animals. All right.
10 seconds.
Giraffe.
Wait, now the clock don't start it.
Yeah, of course.
5, 6,
Dolphin.
7, 8, 9. Stop. Stop.
All ready?
Yeah, your 10 seconds done.
All ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna get chi. All right.
Does that mean I find the rest of the hamburgers?
No.
Or does that mean the category change?
No, category change.
Okay.
Fruits.
Jeez, I'm crying. I don't find one.
Seven,
Lisa!
6, 5, 4, 3,
One more?
2, 1. No, 1. And by the way,
But how are you going to tell?
hold on, no. By the way, Diamonique, you started counting after she got the first
I
one
did
here.
not. You did not, Diamonique. I
Yes,
saw
she
the
did.
clock. No, she didn't.
She did.
No, she didn't.
All right.
Go on.
How much you find, by the way?
4.
How much me did find?
She.
All right.
Ready.
Go on now.
Category is months of the year. Lisa, man. Lisa. 4,
September,
5, 6,
December,
7, 8, 9.
October. 3 again.
Yo, this thing is very confused.
3 again.
Lisa. Yes, 3. September, December, October. See July
No.
at the top. See
No,
one?
no, maybe just a circle the ones I got.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
not just the ones that I got. Instruments.
Oh, wait, no,
now.
start yet.
Wait now. No, man, you can't. You see, you're too smart.
Okay.
You're looking at it. Instruments.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay, go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See? No, but she got guitar already. Guitar on it twice. She got guitar here. And you never get flute.
I did
You're
get
such
flute.
a crook. You got 4 again. Hold on. Saxophone, guitar.
Violin,
There's 3 you get.
piano. Don't be like that.
You get piano,
4. Yes,
piano, guitar,
saxophone and violin.
and violin. 4 again. So she have me 8, 6. Sports. Watch out. Golf, track and field, basketball.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Rugby.
8.
I get 4 this time though.
We don't have time left for
Golf,
reading now.
track and field, basketball. So I get 4.
Oh.
So hold on now.
Yes.
So you did have me 8, 6. So now I have you 10, 8.
No.
Yes, I just
your
got
scoring
4.
Is awful.
I just got 4 and I had 6. I know. What's your, yes, 6 is smart. So she'll search. Give her the category. The cat is searching.
Category is, when a man you gonna make me?
Occupation.
Jesus, Father.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look like you get about 5 a while ago. No, you don't. You're a crook. 5 you get. Hold on now. And then why you have 2 of them right beside one another?
Thank God for Lisa. Good and bad.
Hold on, man.
Yes, it's 5. I did thief one.
This is occupation. So 10, 8, you have me 13,
you-
10. All right.
God, Father
13, 10. Yeah.
I never had no trouble with your scoring though.
No, I'm serious. Go on now.
Alright, go on. The category is Caribbean countries.
By the way, them names St. Vincent
8,
and the Grenadines.
7,
We did say I sent
6,
kids somewhere about the place.
5,
Bahamas.
4, 3, 2.
Send kids.
Go ahead.
Wait now. Wait Jamaica. 3 again.
So Jamaica there, right next to
3
cricket.
again. Your time. You see, this is what you do. You're always looking at.
I'm looking at yarns.
By the way, they are St. Vincent and the Grenadines and St. Kitts and Nevis. Them down here. Your time. Emotions.
Emotions. Frustrated, anxious,
2.
frustrated, happy. Cheese and Father. Angry.
2, 1.
Hopeful.
No.
I got hopeful.
No, got
I got
hopeful.
hopeful.
Afterwards,
No.
you got
no,
4.
No, don't make me sad.
What's your?
I got hopeful. Give me
Afterwards.
hopeful. No, it was right on the clock. You never hear it. And I did it right on
Actually
the
got
clock. Like a 3-pointer.
Yeah,
It went through
actually
the
got
hoop
3.
on the buzzer.
She still a lead me still by about 4. Let's go. Next one.
More category on this again?
That's it?
Oh, summer one.
Congratulations.
Oh, winning week. What did you say?
Congratulations.
Thanks. I would just like to thank all the people who helped me to prepare for the for the contest. It was
Me?
so grueling. I'm giving my acceptance speech and you're talking over it.
I'm sorry.
You're not gracious.
I'm sorry. Let me leave you on the stage.
Can we
by
have some
yourself.
music so you can play me off? I would just like to thank all the people who made this possible. Lisa, thank you for your writing on the board. Dominique, thank you for this feature. And thanks to my team. Take a break. We'll be right back on this morning's sponsor. You can come back now. All right, you can throw to the break.
You know, the sport is usually get sport I mean. I mean never get football. Then we get country.
You didn't forget
never get Jamaica.
Do you really live here? Are you really a coach?
That's it for the fun stuff.
Was it fun for you? All right, so for this morning's Diaspora Check-In, we've got children's book author Sade Smith zooming in from Canada, Toronto specifically, sharing how she incorporates and celebrates Jamaican culture through storytelling. Sade, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
It's good to see you, good to meet you. You are Canadian by birth, but Jamaican by heritage. So let's start there. Tell me a little bit about that link.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm born in Canada and my family is Jamaican. They're from Jamaica. So my parents, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, all from Jamaica.
Assimilation. So you could not escape. You couldn't escape it. What was your
That's right.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood it was good. I had a good childhood. Very Jamaican centered. Rice and peas and soup on the weekends.
Yeah. Did you hear like about Anansi stories and other Jamaican stories that kind of informed your love for storytelling, how you share your stories now?
Yes, absolutely. My mom used to read Anansi stories to me all the time. So that was a really big part of my childhood. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters. Yeah, a whole bunch of, Jamaican stories she would read. Miss Lou. I was heavily influenced by Miss Lou as well.
You got the real deal, the undiluted storytelling.
Absolutely.
You are a design technologist. You practice the skilled trades of carpentry, flooring, and home renovations. You're multi-skilled. Where did the author piece come in?
You know what? I've been writing since I was a small child. I had a teacher and she just had these empty books. She said, everybody write a story. And I wrote a story called The King. And she said, you're a really good storyteller. You should continue writing. And that's what I continue to do. I just fell in love with storytelling ever since that day. So that's just what I continue to do.
And so the first book, Granny's Kitchen, was actually your debut children's picture book. Was that your first book or was that just your first children's book? Because I know you also incorporate food into a lot of your writing.
I do, yeah. So Granny's Kitchen is my first traditionally published book. So, and this one here it's illustrated by Ken Daly. So this is Granny's Kitchen right here. And this is my very first.
Okay.
This is Shelly Ann. She's the little girl from that's her.
It's cute.
Yeah. So this was my first traditionally published children's picture book.
Okay. So talk me through the story. What's the story?
So this story is about a little girl named Shelly Ann, and she wants something to eat. So she keeps asking her grandmother for breakfast, and her grandma always says, "Gal, you better can cook." And then she teaches her how to make a Jamaican breakfast.
I see what you did there, Sade. I hear Mr. Lex inside there thinking that you're pretty look. Okay, so you're really plugged into Jamaican culture. So it's really a celebration of not only that tradition of the grandmother heavily influencing the grandchild, right? But also you're incorporating the element of Jamaican food, which is a unifier in any Jamaican family.
That's right. That's right. And well, the stories, yeah, so it's, yes, definitely has Jamaican food. And there's even recipes in the back of the book.
Oh, wow.
So the back of the book has recipes for all the foods that Shelly Ann and her grandmother were making in the story.
Oh, that's so nice. Are you a big foodie?
I am, yes.
Jamaican foodie?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
What's your
absolutely.
favorite meal? I know it's in the book.
I know, as simple as it sounds, fried dumpling.
Not simple about that. That's iconic. That's status stuff right there. You
That's
followed
right.
up with Julie and the Mango Tree. Can you talk to me about that one?
Yeah, so Julie and the Mango Tree. This one is illustrated by Sayada Ramdial. She's a Trinidadian illustrator, and this book right here is about a little girl named Julie, cleverly named after the Julie mango, and she just wants a mango, and she keeps on trying so many different ways to get one, and then finally she just decides to be patient, and then she ends up receiving more mangoes than she expected. And then now she has to find ways to get rid of them. And she tries all these very silly things to get rid of all the mangoes. And she finds the perfect solution in the end.
Eat all of them. That not I don't know. So is it really about who are you pitching to and targeting through these books? Are you trying to homogenize the Caribbean or the Jamaican culture to your North American folks, or are you really trying to just target your diaspora folks with this book? Or
A
with your
little bit
books?
of both. So I feel that, children need to see themselves in stories. It's very important for children to see themselves in stories. That's something that I didn't really get to have as a child. So now I'm making sure that I'm able to provide stories for other children to see themselves. It's representation matters. And I especially love when other, Caribbean kids can see themselves in a book, as well as non-Caribbean kids as well. They can see, it's really great to learn about other people's cultures and to even be able to share my culture with other people. I feel that is very important.
Yeah. And so how did the first book do and how is the second? You published it, the second one has been released?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how are they both
So
doing?
Oh, they're doing really well. So Granny's Kitchen was actually nominated for the Blue Spruce Award, which is this really big award over here in Canada. And it was nominated for the Blue Spruce Award
Yeah, it's
for
not easy to
2023
say.
for the Force of Reading. And
Fantastic.
it did really, really well. So it was basically shared and purchased and delivered to pretty much every elementary school in
Excellent.
Canada. So throughout the whole of Canada. And so, yeah, that was a really, really big deal. Such a huge surprise to me. But yeah, it did really well. And then Julie and the Mango Tree came out next, and it's doing really, really well. Everyone's loving the mango madness. So it's all about mangoes and it's beautifully illustrated. They're just absolutely loving Julie and the Mango Tree as
Do
well.
you test your books on your boys, Shade?
I do. Yes, I do read it to them, and I get their feedback, and they give me a little bit of feedback on the story.
Fantastic. Well, your second book, Julie and the Mango Tree, has been selected for the CBC Books list of 40 Canadian kids' books to read. That was for spring 2023. And also the Barnes & Noble's list of most anticipated kids' books. That was August of last year. Those are really great accolades to have achieved for you, 2 books in. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Congratulations on all the awards that you've been
Thank
winning.
you very much.
And so that now is motivating you to write some more. So what's next?
Yes. Oh, yes. I have some books in the works. They're coming soon, so stay tuned.
Notice she said books in a people, not one book, but several books.
Right.
Shade, congratulations to you again. Thank you
you so much.
for checking in with us this morning. Anybody in Jamaica you want to say hi to? Where's your family from?
I have family in Kingston and Montego Bay. My grandfather's in Montego Bay. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm my cousins and aunties and uncles in Kingston and Clarendon as well. So Hello, hello.
All right. Well, hello, back to you. Children's book author Shade Smith with us this morning for our diaspora check-in. That's it. After the break, we are sitting down with President of the Young Entrepreneurs Association to hear about her call to the government. We'll talk about that after this. I know. We're not going on.
All right, folks, Young Entrepreneurs Association President Cordell Williams joins us now to discuss the group's call for urgent reforms to Jamaica's public procurement system. Good morning. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning, Neville. Thanks for having me.
When you say procurement, what does that mean?
Well, of course, the government is one of the biggest, service requesters. They really want small businesses in general to supply works, services to them to address their needs as a business. So that's really what procurement is, looking at different service providers and ensuring that they are, evaluated for their, the quality of their services to address the government's needs.
I think we had someone here. Was it the head of the procurement agency? What's the agency that's in charge of that? What's the name of the agency, I think?
The PPC.
PPC,
yes.
Here, talking about ways that they were looking to make the process easier and more equitable, I guess, for folks who are willing to get involved, because the government needs a lot of service providers.
Yes.
What are they, even in the face of those gains that they're trying to make and edits and improvements, what is the main issue, or what are the main issues that the YEA are putting forward?
All right, so of course, over the years, we have consistently heard about MSMEs not participating in the process. MSMEs, providing whether goods, services, or works, not participating in the government procurement process. And so, it's repeatedly, the call is there for us to participate. But, it was once said that, you can't keep saying the same thing or doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. It's quite obvious that there is need for change, but we first need to understand why persons are not participating in the process.
So you feel MSMEs feel locked out. What does that mean?
Right. So there are a number of concerns that we have. One, first and foremost, is the whole matter of, the process that it takes to participate. There are a number of documentation that is required, quite a bit of documentation. Sometimes submissions can go into hundreds of pages of documents. And just imagine a small business with, limited manpower, not technical capacity.
Some of those documents, though, registration, outside of the ones that you would expect.
Right.
What are the others?
I mean,
that would cause it to go into hundreds of pages.
Well, you have to, first of all, submit a technical proposal outlining, how we are going to go about addressing the needs in terms of the services, or how we are going to go out and do the works. You have to lay out exactly how we are going to do that. You have also financial proposal. You have to showcase the, qualifications of the team extensively to meet with the requirements outlined. And so depending on the size of the project, that can be quite extensive. Prohibitive even. So that is one of the main issues. And of course, because of how much time it takes to prepare those documents, it's a deterrent because of how long, again, it takes for them to make decisions. The procuring entities take quite some time, sometimes 6 months, even to a year. We're familiar with persons have submitted and you don't hear back for a year. So imagine investing all of that time and not hearing back for a year. And then even, becoming a part of the process, even if you're procured, the time that it takes for a government to pay in some instances is quite an issue. Another detractor for our participation as well is that, some small businesses would have just left, for example, their jobs. Some principals would have just left their jobs. They have umpteen years of experience in some of the most, prestigious organizations, and yet when you submit, when you're trying to secure some of these government contracts, they're asking the company, the brand,
for experience,
to provide a whole list, a whole suite of, evidence of works that you have done before, and the contracts have to be at a certain amount. The brand itself won't be able to do that. But certainly we have to remember that, a company is made up of people. And so the people, would have the experience and the qualifications. And I think more emphasis in some instances, need to be placed on that.
Mm-hmm.
What is this 20% set aside? What's that?
Right. Well, in 2019, and even prior to that, the government would have outlined their intention to set aside some of these procurement opportunities for MSMEs to participate, given the same cause of only big businesses, approximately 30 to 40% of, the 20 billion a year that goes to in procurements. They wanted to set aside to create an equal or a more level playing field, rather, for MSMEs to participate. And so I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the other issues. We're not able to easily identify those opportunities. So I think it's a matter of the government.
Why though?
Well, we have the government, to its credit, they have launched the GoJet platform, which lists the procurement opportunities of a certain amount. And when you go on there, you're not able to easily say, okay, this is one of the set-asides. So we are still kind of, looking for where is the set-aside opportunity that will we are allowed to participate.
By the way, you've said the government a million times. Who exactly? Which ministry
All right, so of course,
to deal with?
All right, so it's government, right, procuring. So it's different procuring entities. The MDAs, the ministries, departments, and agencies are the procuring entities. The government at the policy level would have rolled out this 20% set aside and for implementation by the MDAs. And I think that is where one of the reforms in terms of, compliance. How do we get persons to really actively participate and ensure that we are seeing these set aside being implemented at the implementation level?
And you're not seeing it?
We're not.
So in the meantime, as you wait on the government to do its bit, you are pushing ahead with your own interventions and trying to make things happen in different ways.
Right,
what are some of
right.
the things that you've been doing?
All right, so certainly we had the benefit of partnering with the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. We had a procurement workshop to show our entrepreneurs, how to submit documents. We have been in dialogue with the Ministry of Finance, Andre Bennett's unit, the Procurement Policy Division, and that's we're intending to roll out another suite of workshops, a more practical workshop, looking at the different categories of services and works, opportunities that are there, and ensuring that our entrepreneurs are now able to, get tools and templates that make it easier for them. Certainly in our organization, we have over 21, service providers in different industries certified at the highest level. And so we want to create that opportunity because, of course, growth, we talk about growth so much in this country.
And MSMEs being the engine of said growth.
MSMEs being the engine of growth. And the only way for us to grow is to get the capital to invest. And the biggest way that is possible is through having our earning funds through our goods or services and being able to reinvest that.
Who have you spoken to and told them exactly what you've been telling us since you come here?
Well, certainly, as I mentioned, we have been in dialogue with the Policy Division, Andre Bennett's unit, and they're willing to partner with us. We have worked with the DBJ on the Voucher for Technical Assistance Program, which would have given us a firm foundation in terms of going through upgrading the quality of our services. And so we think, at least in our association, we're definitely ready to better position ourselves to secure some of these opportunities.
You're saying there's light at the end of the tunnel?
Certainly, and with partnership.
Coming at you.
With partnership, certainly we can accomplish this. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. All right. Anything else you want to tell us before you
Right.
go?
I mean, I just urge the government at the policy level. As I said, we talk about these things, but we need to have the people at the table. So as they proceed to reform, we're looking forward to being at the table to provide more insight because there's so much more.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming. Blessings.
Thank you.
Hopefully you will get what you want.
Thank you so much.
Go on.
Simone. All right. Young Entrepreneurs Association President Cordell Williams.
All right, after the break, everybody, we hear about the role of the public defender. That's after this. Stay with us, please. This is Smile Jamaica. Yes, it is morning time, everybody. Oh boy. Jester, public defender, and King's Counsel, Carolyn Reed Cameron, Mrs. Carolyn Reed Cameron, is joining us this morning to discuss the role and the achievements of the Office of the Public Defender in safeguarding our rights over the last 25 years. Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning.
Good to have you.
That's the coffee going through my veins.
I mean,
Don't know how you guys do this.
every day. You're not bad, though. You're not bad. You came in with a lot of energy this morning, so we're feeding off you. 25 years is a great milestone.
Indeed.
Tell us about the catalyst for this organization and how you've been living up to your mandate over a quarter century.
Okay. First of all, I think perhaps I should tell you that we came into being in the year 2000 with the advent of the Public Defender Interim Act, which was passed by Parliament. That is what created us, and that is what gives us our mandate. And basically, it was the result of that was that we transitioned from being ombudsman to being public defender. The second thing I should tell you is that often we are confused with our friends up north. So we are called the public defender. You have heard of public defenders elsewhere. Mm-hmm. But we don't do the same thing at all. So our friends up north, what they do is that they provide representation for persons who are unfortunate enough to find themselves charged with crime and end up in the criminal courts. Here in this jurisdiction, persons that treat with that is the Legal Aid Council. Mm-hmm. We, on the other hand, by virtue of our mandate, our core function is to investigate. And what we investigate is maladministration that may have been committed by a public or body, say, for example, a government ministry, government department, government agency. And in addition to that, we also treat with breaches of constitutional rights, where people complain about it.
Give me a specific reason the public defender would be called.
Let me give you an example of maladministration. So a person can't get their pension, or the pension takes too long to come, or they have applied for their passport, and having applied for their passport, they are not given the passport within the 7 days that they have paid for the service to be rendered. That is maladministration. Or go further, a person in a government department exercising a function and does so in a way that does not go according to the standards or rules that govern the exercise.
Go back to the passport one. And if I need to come to you, do I have to pay you?
No, you don't.
Okay.
In terms of the passport one, for example, many persons, especially Hispanics, refer to our office when it is that they have made their applications and they have not been able to get their passports by virtue of naturalization. So, continuing, we treat with constitutional breaches, we treat with maladministration, we investigate those circumstances, we make recommendations, sometimes we manage to even find resolutions to the problems that exist.
You're doing what you call the people's work. It's a job of service.
Indeed. Yeah. And as you mentioned, a job of service, 25 years to today, we actually have persons on staff who were there
2000.
in 2000 when the organization started.
Wow.
Continuing to
how
serve
big
the
is the
people.
team?
Well, when I went there, we were
When was that?
in September of 2022. There, it was a body of 28 persons. Now we have increased our staff complement to about 34, and we're looking to continue to increase the staff, the cadre of persons that are there as we expand and try to treat with the needs of the Jamaican public.
And how effective would you say you have been? I mean, we often complain about the pace of the wheels of justice turning in within the framework that we have. You know, you mentioned your mandate, some of the cases that you look into. What has your success rate been, you think?
I think that our success rate has been phenomenal, actually. Up to December 2024, we had treated with in excess of 14,816 cases. And if I were to move from looking at it in that way and look at it in terms of individual matters, say, for example, the Tivoli Gardens incursion, what would have happened if there were not a public defender? It happened in May 24, 2010, and by the 25th of May, the public defender was inside Tivoli Gardens, looking at the situation there. Unfortunately, 73 people lost their lives. And he carried out investigations, set up offices in Denham Town and Tivoli, took statements from persons there, and made recommendations to Parliament that a commission of inquiry be engaged. And that is what was done. And eventually, a compensation committee was set up and persons were compensated.
Your week started yesterday. What happens this week?
This week, all right, when I shall have left here this morning, I will be heading to St. Thomas, Morant Bay. We're basically putting on a series of events, road shows. We're starting this morning in Morant Bay. We're going to go to Montego Bay, where we have a Western Regional Office, doing the same thing, engaging with people, rolling out our mobile unit, inviting persons to come to us and to utilize our services. We will be having a symposium on Wednesday in Kingston, and on Thursday we are rolling out to the central office in Manchester, and we'll be having the same road show in the Cecil Charlton Park.
Wonderful. And so who are the folks that you want to come out looking for what kind of services?
Well, put it this way, we are here to serve everyone, equality, equity. So everyone is invited to come out.
Yep. You're King's Counsel. Do you have to be an attorney to be the head of, or not the head, to be the public defender?
Yes, sir. So the statute says.
How is this different for you as the public defender? I suspect you were in court before all of this.
Oh, yes.
What's the difference here for you personally?
For me personally, the ability to stand up and address a jury and a court and to treat personally with matters as an advocate, that's what I miss most.
But can't beat that, eh?
There you go. But the point is that I'm addressing it from a different perspective now. When I was King's Counsel and an active advocate, and I would go to court and treat with matters, but now I more or less perform what I would call an administrative role. So
oversight level.
Indeed, and I start at the beginning rather than coming at the end.
Yep. By the way, someone watching and they think they need the services of the public defender, you just walk in the office, you have to send an email,
walk into the office. We are at 22 to 24 Duke Street currently. Oh, and by the way, we are planning to relocate. We're going to be in the UDC building sometime soon.
Where is that?
I beg your pardon?
Where is that?
At the waterfront, okay. Kingston. We're also going to be moving our Western Regional Office from Clover Avenue to Harbour City Mall.
That's before the end of this year?
Before the end of this year.
So you can just walk in.
You can just walk in. You can email. You can call. We are there for you.
Answer?
Of course.
A very legit question.
That is what we do.
Because people don't answer phone in business places.
And we answer emails too.
Excellent.
Believe it or not.
Yes. All right. So it's a quarter century empowering citizens and safeguarding rights. That's your theme. Folks, again, the office is going to be moving across Jamaica this week. So look out for them. Today, Morant Bay.
Yes, ma'am.
Location again?
At the Rudolph Elder Park.
Excellent. All right,
Thanks for coming, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Sit here and listen to you speak until next week, Thursday. Yep. Oh my gosh, the voice and the diction is like.
I like what?
What? What?
I like
that. You are a teacher's dream, let me tell you. I want to put in my
King's Counsel, Mrs. Carlin Reid Cameron.
All right, still to come. Denby High dominating the turf. We have that after this. Second edition of News in 5 up next.
Thank you for joining us for News in 5. I'm Kerry-Ann Simpson. Special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA has received international recognition for its contributions to global law enforcement. The award came from the International Association of Law Enforcement Intelligence Analysts based in Canada. MOCA is currently under the leadership of retired Colonel Desmond Edwards. The entity, which is now in its 10th year, tackles, among other things, organized economic and cyber crimes. MOCA has seized over $2.3 billion in assets and made over 1,200 arrests. With the new Information and Communications Technology Authority now in operation, the government is amplifying efforts to turn Jamaica into a digital economy.
This body will absorb and build on the work of eGov Jamaica Limited and will provide the unified digital backbone required to support the entire public sector. So we will have an ICT authority which will ensure that government agencies are equipped with the modern ICT services, tools, and support systems needed to deliver high-quality digital services to citizens.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness adds that the National Broadband Program is being expanded to increase internet speed and reliable connectivity.
To date, we have connected 702 schools, 145 ministries, departments, and agencies, and 43 other government offices. And in the coming year, we will connect an additional 224 institutions, including more schools, courthouses, and rural service centers.
News in sports. Cavalier took advantage of defending champions Fraser's Whip's absence over the weekend to move to the top of the Jamaica Women's Premier League standings after crushing Federal United 11-2. Denise Walters tells us more.
Taliswoman Chanel Spence not only moved to the top of the goal scorers chart, but also dragged her team to the top of the league, scoring a 5-timer in the opening game at the Captain Horace Burrell Centre of Excellence. Spence scored a first-half hat-trick with her goals coming in the 4th, 5th and 8th minutes. She also scored in the 52nd minute and closed out the game the way she opened it, with a goal in second half added time. Spence is now on 15 goals, moving past Davia Richards of Fraser's Whip on 14. 17-year-old substitute Eshana Cole joined in the scoring rout, bagging a 3-timer in the 66th, 72nd and 75th minutes. Federal goals came from a Freaky Beckford and 11-year-old Yashika Lewis, who is their leading goal scorer with 4 goals. Cavalier are on 19 points, while Federal fell to 10th on 3 points.
I think it's a pretty good performance for my team. All I asked them for was to come out and play good football, showcase themselves. We got 10 goals, couldn't ask for nothing more, and I'm pretty pleased.
Coming into this game, we lose our all-in midfielder who we were looking at. Secondly, we lose our keeper, our main keeper. We had us put a player in the goal.
In the late kickoff, Proven Girls grabbed their first win of the campaign after defeating host UWI 1-0, courtesy of Julicia Pinnock in the 89th minute to move to 9th on 5 points, while UWI remained 6th on 7 points.
Join us again for the midday news. On behalf of the entire team, have a wonderful day. Stay tuned for more Smile Jamaica with Neville and Simone.
Well, you know, say, me as a coach, you know, so this sweet my bad. Then they hire under 19 girls hockey team, champion hockey team, and their coach. This is, by the way, this is field hockey, not ice hockey. And their coach, Richard Piper, after their impressive victory in the 2025 Jamaica Hockey Federation ISA under 19 girls competition, beating the defending champions. No, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clap on yourself, man. Clap on yourself, clap on yourself. All right, so morning and welcome. Let me introduce, this is Coach Piper here. Giovanna, put up your hand, make us see your hand up there. Christina, Dominique, Tia, Kalela. I don't reach Kalela yet, I leave out Malia. Put up your hand, Malia, you have the trophy, you should just throw it after me. Thank you. Kalela, Driana, Danae, Chanel, and the top goalkeeper and most valuable player, Neville Bell. See Mishana ready for some city here. That's Mishana down there. Mishana, congratulations. Coach, congrats. Congrats. How you feel going up against the defending champion? Before you get to the final, tell me about the season. How was the season overall? Did you guys lose any games at all?
Yeah, I think we lost our first game. I think we lost about 2 games in total.
Yeah.
We lost our first game to Wolmer's, but I think the reason for that loss was because most of the girls weren't in training at that time. So, you know, going into that match, we were a bit unprepared. Okay. But as the season progressed, you know, we came with the training and we generally got better.
So getting to the final against the defending champions, were you never nervous?
Yes, sir. Very nervous.
That's true.
I mean, nervous, yes.
No, one person said them never nervous. You know why? She scored the goal. Eh? You never nervous. I saw come to you. So you were nervous?
I'm not really nervous because I was.
You kind of look like you did nervous quite.
No, no, man. Because we played a practice match against them, and then we played them again. They were the second team to beat us.
Okay.
Yeah. So going to the final, we played them so many times that we knew how to beat them.
All right. So by the way, may I go to commentary now? Ladies and gentlemen, Immaculate up 1-0. See the goal score right here. Tell me about the play and everything, how you end up scoring the goal.
Okay, so it was a sharp corner, and then I passed the ball to Tia Bennett, and then so she passed it into the goal, but the goalkeeper blocked the pass, but I was there, and I pushed it in the goal, and then the goal scored. And
hold on, no. Show me where you do after. Let me because you mash up the people and Mike. Show me where you do after you score the goal. That alone, you know?
No, like I jump 2 times,
Yeah.
and then I run, and then I was
Run,
like,
go where?
to my teammates.
Okay, all right. But they're supposed to come to you. You are the goal scorer.
Well, true.
But that was tying the game.
Yes.
All right.
The equalizer.
And then what? After you tie the game, what happened after that? How late in the game was the tying goal? By
last second.
The last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes?
Yes, so I scored in the 48 minutes.
No, sir, you win easy. Then what?
And then I run, and then we jump, and then we say, yeah,
no, we
No, but 2 minutes leave where you run go.
No, listen.
No, like.
Hold on, so you know, wait, listen no? All right, make a listen, sorry.
Me did there in a short corner.
Oh, you were in the short corner. This is Malia, by the way, right?
Yeah, Malia,
this
captain.
is Malia,
Captain.
Captain.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
And I was there, and I heard one of the Immaculate girls say, 2 minutes left in the game, 2 minutes. And I say, Father God, take your wheel. And me just, the one he push him on the goal, and I say, yeah. And me just run, and me just jump, and me just thank God.
So in other words, Father God did take the wheel.
Yes.
Which wheel, by the way?
The wheel.
The wheel.
The wheel.
Mishana, tell me now how come you end up being the top goalkeeper and stuff. This was from the penalty. Hold up the mic now. Penalty time now. How you feel?
I was a bit nervous.
Hold it
I
up.
was very nervous during the,
Sorry to jump in. Did you ever go through a penalty shootout before this one?
the semis, in semi-finals.
Semi-final win and penalty too?
Yes, sir.
Wait, walk one. So it's the biggest thing. All right, so this is Vishana Forshaw.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, tell me now about penalty shootout in the final. How you feel?
Well, in the finals, I was a bit nervous, but I was confident that I would get the win for my team because I was confident we were going to bring home the trophy whether Immaculate liked it or not. And when I went in to the penalties, I stood there and I did what my coach told me to do. I stepped out and I defended the ball.
Christian now, because in football, them have 5-5. In hockey, how much penalty each?
5.
5-5. So how many you saved?
I saved, only one scored. I saved 4.
Only one score?
Yes, sir.
No, man.
The keeper, man.
No, man, on the clap, man. On the clap. 1 out of 5?
Yes, sir.
Well, you are not only the greatest goalkeeper in Jamaica, you're the greatest goalkeeper in the entire world.
Thank you.
Fantastic. How did you feel? Hold the mic. This is Giovanna. Giovanna Anderson, and you scored a penalty.
Yeah.
How did you feel going up there?
At first, I was nervous, but then my sister was like, she was on the side of the turf. She said, if you score, you could get KFC. I said, okay. KFC. So, you know what I did? I listened to coach, go to Giovanna, go up there, drag the ball, and put it into the goal. I did that.
Christian, you get the KFC?
Yes, we get the KFC. She gave me the $2,000 instantly as soon as I scored the goal.
Who else scored a penalty?
Yeah.
And who else scored a penalty? All right, give her the mic for me now. Please, hold on, I'm going to tell you who she is doing. No, this is Tia Bennett, penalty goal scorer. You were nervous?
I was
Which
nervous.
penalty did you kick? First, second, third, fourth, which one you kick?
Which position?
Yeah, which number?
For the first penalty shootout, I was the last person to go. And for the second in the finals, I think I was the third person to go.
So how did you feel?
I felt very nervous at first, but then Giovanna told me that we were going to get a zinger. So I was like,
oh, so
all right.
Giovanna share the KFC with you?
No.
She don't share it. She don't share it with nobody. No, man, Giovanna come and go home. She never shared it with anybody.
I didn't even know she got the money for the KFC.
Oh, but you scored. Went to the left or the right of the goalkeeper?
So, as coach said, we were supposed to dribble to the left and then jog to the right. So I ended up sweeping the ball towards the left side of the goal.
Beautiful. Coach, how you feel?
Well, you know, to win a title, it's a great feeling because this is actually my second title in 3 years. In 2023, we won it. I was the assistant coach at that time, though. Yeah, so it's a great feeling to win 2 titles in 3 years.
You're a coach, you know.
Yeah, man.
You get none of the KFC?
I know.
I know we're not getting a KFC.
Sir. You know me that done with she.
Yeah, no, I'm done with that, man.
Oh, you done with that?
Yeah. I'm done.
No, sir. You should have never tell that story. I bet all our family never get mad. We have some other members here. Come on, come. Everybody come in. Who's going to introduce them for me? Call the names for me.
So this is my defender, Kalia Campbell.
Kalia Campbell.
This is a forward, Janil Dinal.
Yeah.
And this is Shantia.
Yeah, don't turn your back because they want to see you. Right, Shantia. All right. Fantastic. Hold on, no, there's a male player here. I don't know what he's doing.
Best for last, man. Best for last.
Come here, man. Them say best for last.
Let me introduce him.
Hello, sir. Come stand up right beside me.
All right.
Tell me about your position and stuff like that. You're on the male team.
Yes, sir.
What's your position?
I am a striker.
How much you scored? Plenty goal?
10.
You scored 10 goals?
Leading goal scorer.
MVP too.
One on but you never win like the ladies. Still came third.
Yeah.
That lady, where are they? One
Oh
question.
my God.
One single question. You get none of the KFC. No, sometimes Giovanna is the worst. No.
Yeah, tell them.
No. Me I leave her, makes you take a bus and go back to school.
Yes, right.
No, we can't leave her. Congrats to everybody and congrats, young man. Congrats.
Yes.
By the way, one more question. Why hockey? Why hockey? Hold up the mic. Why hockey in the first place? Anybody play netball and thing? Just straight hockey? Football?
Volleyball,
Basketball.
What, why hockey?
Well, I chose hockey because it seemed, at first, I joined because my friend was in there, but after I joined, I realized that it was a very interesting sport. I really enjoyed it.
Why goalkeeping?
Well,
You couldn't make the team nowhere else.
see, when I just joined, they wanted a goalkeeper, and they said that it was either me or someone else, and I volunteered.
Beautiful.
After I started goalkeeping, I loved it. I love goalkeeping
All right.
so much.
We're going to go, but I'm going to introduce everybody again. Just call the name as we leave, all the way around.
Shantia.
Just stay right there, so Uncle. You look like you love TV, you know. Yeah, go on. Now go back, some of them can see your face, yeah?
Shantia, Janelle, Kalia, Jason, Coach Piper, Giovanna, Christina, Dominic, Tia, Malia, Kalea, Driana, Danae, and Shaniel.
Here I me Vex. She walks straight past me.
And Mr. Neville Bell. I saved the best for last.
Hey. All right, then we high on the 19 girls hockey team, their coach Richard Piper. When we come back, he said, she said, I love you. I love all of you. We have to repeat them and thing.
Bye.
We soon come.
So for this morning's He Said, She Said, we're diving into the concept of weaponized incompetence, what it is, how it shows up in relationships, and why it can cause serious strain between parents. What is it, you ask? It is when someone pretends they are not good, pretends they're not good at a task, or genuinely puts in little effort so that their partner ends up doing it instead. Whether done on purpose or not, the result is often the same. One person carries more of the mental and physical load in the relationship.
Guilty.
Tell me more.
Guilty a long time ago. I remember when Camila was a baby and we had to be changing diapers and stuff, and I will tell Jackie, say, Jackie, I don't know if you change the diaper them, Jackie. You have to go do that, you know. And she said,
when you full well knew how to do it?
Well, that's I was the word pretend. I'm not certain at the time. I thought I just didn't want to do it. I think I just really and truly just didn't want to do it. I don't know if I could have done it or I couldn't do it. In the end, I did it. I mean, in the end, after a while, I did it, obviously. But I can remember the first time she kind of said, come, we have to change the baby. I just goes and said, you have to change the baby, not me. You know, and she said, I said, I don't know if you do them thing there.
And what was that about? What was that fear or was that?
I'm not certain, because after a while, and just watching what Jackie was doing, I said, no, man, I want to be a part of that. I mean, I don't know if the while was 3 months or a year, but I know eventually I got involved. But I was certainly guilty of that. Didn't know that is what it was, weaponized.
I don't know if that's what it was. Because you didn't have a deliberate intent to not do it. Because you just never want to do it. You just never thought you knew you weren't never run up the curve.
Yeah, I didn't think. I remember one time I was bathing her and I made it certain, made it out to drown her. Because she kept sliding, you know. And we had a little thing. I mean, when I say drown her, I mean, I know that wouldn't happen, but made it certain, so I wasn't going to do it proper. And it was just bathing her. I mean, I said, Jackie, come no, man. You know. But then after a while, again, I would just sit back and watch. I mean, say, that's not really that difficult still, you know, and then I got involved. But you know my story, so.
When you hear the phrase weaponized incompetence, what comes to your mind?
Well, I actually, we were talking about this morning, and I wasn't certain about it, so I kind of looked it up to figure out what it was.
When I read it, I thought it was the partner weaponizing what they saw as incompetence in the other partner.
That's exactly what I thought.
So I was surprised to actually see
what it meant. But you have people like that. You have, and I suspect it's not only in parenting, but you have people in other areas that if two of us get a job to do, and I say, me can't do it, you know, you do it, no man. So it's not just in parenting. I've never heard that phrase and thinking that it meant that I deliberately, or because there are in a real way, there are some parents that just don't know how to do certain things. Like, I can't cook. So, I mean, I can cook, but I mean, I'm not a good cook. But I wouldn't want to say, all right, see, me, I go cook this.
I'll cook today, honey.
You say, no, it's all right. You know, so, I mean, that's not a deliberate thing. That it's not so, because I don't want to do it and I just want you alone to do it. Because I think everyone would have heard me say this many times, that I'm not into you do this because you're female, I do this because I'm male. I think who can do it should do it.
Well, gender is actually a part of this. But some examples of weaponized incompetence. Somebody might say, I can't change a baby's diaper as well as you.
Yep.
I'm not good at consoling the baby like you are. I don't do it as well as you. I don't know where the supplies are for cleaning.
Yep. Yep.
You're too particular, so I won't be able to do it right away.
Yep.
Or you know our child's schedule better than me, or you're better at scheduling appointments than I am, or you're better at homework.
Yep.
Right?
And I went from not wanting to do it to try and prove that I could do it better than her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went from I didn't want to do it, you know, and then I would say, you know, bathing, come here. I said, is that I'll do it, you know, just to prove to her that I can do it. You know?
Here's why what you did was not weaponized incompetence, because here are some of the reasons, the motivations. Sometimes it's a manipulation tactic used to avoid responsibility and to force others to do the task instead. That's not what it was about.
No, that definitely
it could even be related to gender expectations. For instance, research shows that gender inequality still exists in parenting relationships. I'm not surprised. Most of the time, women shoulder most of the responsibilities, even if both partners are working.
Which is true.
Surprise!
But again, that comes from, I think, tradition. That you are the mother.
Norms.
Is you must.
Nurturer, hunter-gatherer.
Yeah, is you must do this and is you must do that. I think that comes from what we think is the way life is.
Because that's what we saw.
Yep.
Weaponized incompetence might also be carried out due to a desire to exert control over one partner, fear of failure, avoidance of responsibility, or a lack of interest or commitment to the relationship.
The only one I could buy there is the fear of failure.
Yeah. But all the others don't apply.
No, it certainly don't apply.
You're not guilty.
Fear of, well, as I said, I mean, you know, I didn't know at the time what was going on. I probably just didn't want to do it.
These are people who have a hands-off approach.
Yep.
Because they just genuinely don't want to. Oftentimes because they feel like somebody else, the other person should.
Yep.
Or because they're genuinely just ambivalent, indifferent, not interested.
Yeah, man, school call and say, you have to go talk to
you carry her, go to the parent teachers.
Yeah, but I go to the principal. You go and tell me what I go on, you know? I find, and this is something different, but when I lived abroad, I'd call the house, and my father would answer. I'm just saying, Neville, hold on.
For your mother?
Yeah. He used to call her P.
Yeah.
And I'm just say, P, your son on the phone. So I said, put him back on. I said, we call you too, you know. But
how are you?
Thank you.
I'm good, thanks, Dad.
He just feel say his mama didn't want, I never have nothing to say to him. And he just kind of take a little back.
Because she had the information, she had
and
everything.
She would tell him everything. But we said, I talk to him too. So, yeah, it can happen. But listen, I'm in no position to tell parents what to do. But it's a relationship, which is a togetherness, and you guys should basically share everything when it comes to...
Because you know what weaponized incompetence does? It causes resentment.
Yeah.
You start to resent your partner when you realize that you have to carry...
You end up doing... And not only resentment, it ends up people breaking up, and because of that, I say, well, no, we can't deal with that.
There's an article in the paper today that I found really an interesting read about a counselor warning people that they're getting married too quickly because he sees so many marriages that are ending in divorce. I wish we could follow up on that and perhaps reach out to that person and have him, her, both people were quoted, answer, so we could talk that through, because that's a really interesting phenomenon. And he's right.
Yep. Having said that, I want to say congratulations and good luck to my grandson, Trey, who proposed to his girlfriend, Abriella. And fantastic.
So you're soon going to be a great-grand?
Probably, yeah. I love it, you know.
You
know me. It's not one of them when they were going like, me don't know me age. And it was so funny.
Great-grandpa.
I was at a game on Saturday, watching a game, and I saw my friend come in. Not certain it was her daughter or her niece. So she came up to me, and she hugged me up, and the niece just said, I told you that they edit it. Him look much older now than on TV.
What?
That's exactly what she said. That's exactly. She just look at her and say, I tell you them edit the TV, you know. Him look much older now than. And then I get it the opposite. Some people
I was
say
just going to say, everybody tells me the opposite.
Yeah, I get the opposite all the while. I say, I look older on TV.
I cannot tell you how much people walk past me at Champs and then turn back and say, I thought you were schoolers. I was like, thanks. Appreciate it. What you have to say?
I bet you them
I'm
never have
going to
on them glasses.
my incompetent shoes.
Them never have on them glasses. So them say that.
True, no joke.
All right, folks. Interesting discussion, and hopefully someone would have learned something from that. That's it.
So don't weaponize my shoes.
You see?
Incompetent.
So she go on. All right, folks, so when we come back, we speak with the co-founder of the company that secured 2 major wins at the National Craft Product Quality Showcase. Samaruni will have that one. Soon come.
$30 years later. Okay, folks, we are now going to hear from co-founder and CEO of Cabrico Designs, Eric Kaur, who's going to be sharing how his company has secured 2 major wins, 1 trophy, 2 trophy at the National Craft Product Quality Showcase, Best Souvenir Product, Best Corporate Gift that represents brand Jamaica. Those are some fantastic honors and accolades. So, Eric, congratulations to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Company is about 10 years old, but you've been using your hands like this for about 20.
Yes.
Starting from your days in class.
Yes, I've always loved woodworking from high school.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, you know, from making my first map, Jamaican map.
The 99% map. Yeah?
I've never stopped loving the craft. So it's always a dream of me to actually start doing it as a business.
Mm-hmm.
So
what was it called? What was your fascination? Is there somebody in your family who was doing it before, or?
Well, I just like the craft. Well, you know, my father, he did the carpentry side of it. That was on the housing aspect of it.
Okay, so your father was handy too.
Right. So seeing him do the hands-on thing, but I'd liked more refined things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd...
Look at you. Daddy, you don't mean it. More refined. Okay, so 10 years ago you said this is it. How did you kind of ideate as to what kind of products you wanted to see for Cabrico?
Well, it all started out when we got married and we were in a quad. And the space was so small. And I wanted it to feel comfortable but not cluttered.
Right.
It was difficult to get pieces to fit in the space. So that kind of pushed me to start to make things more. So
that's usually where the best ideas come from.
Yeah,
so need and niche. And you say we because Cabrico is actually like an acronym. Well, it's not an acronym. It's a, what do you call that one where you put all the initials together? So the KA is for?
From Kia, my wife.
That's your wife. And then the BRE
is from Brianna, my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And the CO is
the core.
The core of the family.
And core as in CORE, but also the core as in what's holding it together.
Yes.
Love that for you. Tell me about the pieces that won the awards. Which ones did you have them here?
So here we have the best corporate gift.
Okay, can I borrow that? Okay, here we go. Is this a real cactus?
Yeah, it's a real cactus.
Oh gosh, Eric, I was saying I would love this, but I'm going to kill the cactus. I kill cactus.
No, I guess what happened with persons that they tend to overwater it. Right.
Right, so you put your pens, your fancy pens in here, so? Mm-hmm. And what goes in here?
So big markers, also.
And this is for your...
You can put business cards, you can also host a phone.
Very nice. And this is solid?
Solid. It's made from one solid block of wood.
Mm-hmm. You did this yourself?
I did it myself.
You did it yourself?
Did it myself.
Do you do everything yourself?
Yes. Do everything myself.
Every piece yourself?
Every piece. But there are times to time when I bring in persons to help to do the mass production.
Yeah, because I can imagine.
Yes.
So this was the best corporate gift.
This is the best
and of course, you can
corporate
get your logo on it or
Exactly.
you.
You can always personalize. Everything that we do it in the mind of personalization as well.
Excellent. Okay, and what else? What's the other one? So best corporate gift is that one.
And
best souvenir winner?
It's right in front of
This one?
Yes.
Oh, let me tell you something about Jamaican people. We're a coastal country. It doesn't matter what year it is. You will always find a set of these in a Jamaican's home. And this has the map on all of them? Or you have different?
No, it has the map on all of them. And if you realize what is hosting the coaster also.
Is a liquor hand card?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, this is really nice. And so well done, Sir Eric. Like, I'm looking at I'm taking it apart now, but all these little pieces, but it's so well. Like, how long would a piece like this take you to do? And you're not trained? This is all gift?
It's all gifted. It's something that I've sit down and studied and just, learn the trade.
This is so impressive. Fantastic. And so you won $300,000 out of the awards, but how does that award now help to kind of market and spread the name of the company as best in class in this particular area?
So this is for us validation that the work that we've been doing is good work.
Yeah, onto something. Yes, love that. Boy, I tell you, they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's not quite true.
Not quite true.
Because that's when the work is really difficult. But man, when you start to get the recognition
for it. It's like you're saying, yes.
Yeah, better than money. So you have other items. I see you gearing up for Mother's Day and Father's Day.
So we have this for Mother's Day coming up and Father's Day, as well as some other key rings here.
Key rings, it says, Daddy, my hero. This one is mine. It says, dream big, work hard, stay focused. This one says, make today great. You can customize them as well?
You can customize them.
Okay. Fantastic.
As I say, everything we customize.
Progress, not perfection. Eric, you have some pieces on here that really are speaking to me. Little kitty here. So 10 years in, how has business been going, or has this given you like another boost?
It has given us another boost. It is just saying to people that, we're here to stay, and we're putting out quality products. And it is being recognized as such.
Yeah. Okay, so where next? Now you're serving corporate clients and individuals?
Yes.
What's the end goal?
So the end goal is to really have this accessory store that is number one in the Caribbean.
Storefront? Are you online now?
So we're online on Instagram. You can see us at Cabrica Designs. Just put in Cabrica Design and see us on Instagram.
Play smart, avoid the 6. When I have to ask about this, this is straight domino. Play domino. These are good gifts for diasporans as well, sir.
Yes.
So if you're watching and you're outside Jamaica and you want to, do you service anybody outside Jamaica now?
Not as yet, but that is a plan too.
Part of the plan. For the people who need things in their kitchen who cannot cook, like not for real, then there are some products here for you as well. All right, tell us where we find you now, Eric.
So you can find us on Instagram at Cabrica Designs, also at www.cabricadesigns.com.
Yeah, and then on the website we can see the range of your offerings.
Can see the range, but as usual, the Instagram will show you more recent stuff as we upgrade the website.
And you order online?
Order online, you can call us and order. And
capacity, quantity? As much as we want?
As much as you want, as long as you have the time to wait.
As long as you have the time to wait. Because quality work, my friends, takes time.
It takes time.
He's not a cobbler. He's doing this properly. No disrespect to cobblers, because cobblers also do good work. But congratulations to you on following that thing. And
that
here you are today.
Love
that for you. I pray continued growth for your company. Hello, Kaya. Hello, Brianna. You guys are doing a great work. Keep it up. Yes. Every success to you. Co-founder and CEO of Cabrica Designs.
One thing to highlight is family puzzle here.
Oh, is that what it is?
It is, yes.
Oh.
So it can actually be taken apart. So it is Kaya,
Eric,
Khaleesi is the smallest one.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. Me can't pull out nothing. Are we, Eric? So 4 pieces put together. 5? 1, 2.
It's 4.
As a family unit. I love that. All right, guys. Life and Style. Eric Kaur, co-founder and CEO of Cabrico Designs. Take out 1 piece so we can see it now. Okay. So this is the daddy. This is mommy.
This is the dad.
Oh, I love that gift. Love, 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 love.
Now you can put it back.
So this is daddy's name here.
That's daddy's
Mommy's
name.
Mommy is the lioness. And the 2 little, Brianna and Khaleesi, too cute. Support him, folks. Cabrico Designs is the name of the company. Eric Kaur, our guest. Take a break on Smile. Come back with more after this. Nicey?
No more.
I'm telling you.
All right. So for this segment, folks, duly, we'll be given a country name along with a cultural, historical, or food-related fact. And we have to guess. Well, if it is a fact, it is true. So we have to guess if it is true or
false. It's a statement you're giving up.
Thank you. The goal is to test how much you really know about the Caribbean. All right. Go on first. The Bahamas has more than 3,000 islands. Fact. Let me not say fact long time.
He said true.
True. False.
False.
They have 2,000 keys. 700 islands and 2,000 keys.
I still want it there.
CAYS, by the way, folks. Not key to open nobody's house or anything like that. Just in case you wonder.
Next.
All right, so yeah, my one love. Your next one.
Mr. Soldier, can you give me
Grenada is called the Spice Island. True. Oh, she didn't see it. Simone didn't see it. Sorry.
I can't see the monitor.
No, hold on. I didn't. So I thought it. No, Grenada is called the Spice Island because it grows the most pepper in the world. Okay, that's not true,
No.
but it is called the Spice Island.
Yes.
That's the part that I said was true. It's nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
Yeah.
Nutmeg.
With a silver nutmeg.
Nothing.
And a golden tear alone.
Oh, boy.
Who sing that tune?
I don't remember.
No, man. Dominica is home to the second largest boiling lake in the world.
Boiling lake is a what? Like a boiling lake or a
Yes, I don't know.
dormant volcano?
I would have to guess this one because I don't know whether it's
I'm going to say
what
true.
you think?
I
You
don't
say true?
know. I'm going to guess.
You say true?
Yeah.
I'll go in with you.
Don't come with me.
True.
Okay, come with me.
The boiling
Yeah.
lake is a volcano hydrothermal feature located in an area next to the Valley of Desolation.
Wow.
Southern Dominica.
The Valley of Desolation, you know.
Wow.
I'm busy that day.
Very,
Nope.
no,
Yeah,
very.
I'm booked.
Very.
Entire week. Next week. Next one.
Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean.
Cuba is big, you know.
Uh,
Guyana
Cuba.
is bigger.
Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean. Guyana huge, you know.
Yeah.
Guyana
I'm going to say false.
Hold on, look. Soldier said true, Simone said false. Eh, I want to go with my wife, you know.
So call her.
What you say? Okay, let me call her. Wait. What you
Busy
say?
that day.
What you say?
I said false.
Me I said true. Me I said true. True.
Yeah. Wow.
110,860 square kilometers. Total land area is around that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
90 miles away from us.
Yep. I want to go.
You've been there though.
Yeah, but I want to go back.
Yeah. I've been there as a player, went as a coach, and went as a commentator.
Went to work. But
Pirates of the Caribbean was partly filmed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Facts.
Wait, is that true? Well, everybody said true.
Me just go with Germany. I probably was on the project.
Walilaboo Bay on the island of St. Vincent was used to recreate Port Royal for scenes in the first and second movies.
So anyone has come to Port Royal, hello?
The film sets constructed there are still standing and are a tourist attraction. Beautiful. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Know that.
So you went to St. Vincent to set up a Port Royal.
Wonder why they didn't use our Port Royal.
Must be a reason, but I'd love to find out what the reason is. Okay.
Next one. Antigua has 365 churches, one for every day. No, they have 365 beaches. Well, they might have 365 church.
They're known as the land of the 365 beaches.
Yeah.
Jamaica would be the church.
So you say false?
Yeah.
False.
I would say false. No, es verdad.
Yep. The famous claim is actually 365 beaches, not churches.
Can't trick us, Dominic.
I've been there a few times myself.
Ain't never been, Laura. Would like
Never
to
been
go.
there?
Lizard's over there? Big one?
But
Big one?
I didn't see any.
Oh.
But they have Sir Vivian Richards, captain the West Indies, Sir Richie Richardson, captain the West Indies, Sir Curtly Ambrose, the outstanding bowler, 405 wickets.
Is that cricket country?
Sir Andy Roberts,
Cricket Island.
outstanding. And you know who lives there now?
Who?
The wonderful Courtney Walsh.
Oh.
Yeah. And Chris Derring, because that's where the West Indies Cricket Board office is.
Oh.
Cricket West Indies, not West Indies Cricket Board anymore.
Okay.
That's where the office is, and they have the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium and stuff like that.
You should go and visit them and do a feature for us.
Yeah. Trinidad and Tobago was the first Caribbean country to gain independence from Britain.
No, they're right after us. They're right after
I think they're the same year with us or something like that.
Same year, about a couple days.
Well, I'm not going with you, you know. What do you say? I'm going with you.
We are August.
First Caribbean country to gain independence from Britain. We were what, August? And you're suggesting they were?
No, they were the same month. Just trying to remember.
Well, we are August 6th enough, so this same month, they have a jump in right as the month start. What do you say?
Or were they right before us?
What you say?
I should know this, the Grand Gala every year, and I talk about it every year.
What you say?
I don't remember what I said.
Trinidad and Tobago was the first Caribbean country to gain independence from Britain. False.
Well, we first, man, and then they were right after. What's the answer, Dominique?
False.
Not bad.
They go August 31, and we are at 6, so we're 25 days before them.
Yeah.
No, so we have this.
We're doing bad. We're doing bad this morning. We're doing
No, but
bad.
I want you to change that.
We're good.
Thank you very
No, but
much.
that sound right. We're doing bad. We're good, don't sound as...
St. Martin is known as the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean because of its Irish heritage. Now there's two of them, you know. One is St. T-A-A-N and one is T-I-N.
Dominique is trying to trick us.
Hold on, I'm going to do something very stupid. Kyle, what do you think?
Good.
Kyle, may I go with you? What do you think? Eh? Kyle says true, I'm going with Kyle.
St. Martin is not the Emerald Isle.
I'm going with Kyle.
Is St. Lucia the Emerald Isle?
I am going with Kyle.
And what he saying?
True.
It's true.
False. Kyle?
Not Kyle, back
Montserrat became known fondly as the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean due to the striking resemblance of its cliffs and shorelines. Well, I did say it was something stupid I was going to do.
As well as the historical ties to Ireland, the Irish featured prominently in Montserrat's history, leaving its mark on place names and, of course, surnames.
Montserrat, that's where they had the horrific the volcano, right?
Soufrière.
Yeah.
Let's stop talking about yes. What you know? Kyle,
Barbados is still under British rule. Kyle?
Be patient.
I give you a chance.
Phone another friend.
Hold on, Kyle. I'm giving you a chance to go one
Barbados
all.
is still under British rule.
Just like Jamaica.
Wait, what did Madame Motley say?
Me and Motley. Just like Jamaica, they went away from the sovereignty and the
Republic?
Barbados. Barbados is still under British rule. I would want to say true.
But they have signaled an intent to not be for very much longer.
I say true.
I feel like they came out quite.
Trinidad and Tobago is a republic.
I feel like she either signaled very strong intent or...
Kyle, what you say? Kyle, what you say? Kyle said true. May I go with Kyle again?
I knew she did it. I told you. And you know too, you know, it was our topics. Listen, I have one word of advice for you. Kyle, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
The Caribbean island of Saba has the longest commercial runway in the
I
world.
never hear about Saba in my life.
Kyle?
Saba? Where is that?
Has the
Longest commercial runway
in the world.
In the world? Then we would have known that.
I said false.
Me I just said true just because you said false. I can cover the
Kyle?
bases. Don't
Kyle,
ask.
what you say?
Shortest commercial
you said
run in the
false.
world, known as that. I didn't know there was a Saba. Where is Saba?
Well, you asked where is Saba, and Kyle said him don't know what is Saba.
Wait, what?
This
what?
runway is only 400 meters long, making it a challenge at scenic approach.
Yeah,
for
we're not going to
pilots.
know where Saba is because we're not going to any runway.
It's
That is
400.
almost as short as it's a sprint.
Yeah.
It's a long sprint. No, it's a no.
We were landing in Honduras at a place called San Pedro Sula. And
That's where you have to go through the two
Simon
montañas.
and I, and the lady just touched us and said, have you ever landed at this airport? And with what I would say, no. And she said, it's interesting.
Oh, no.
Well, there's a hill here. And so the plane actually come in like this. It come in, and it just goes so, bam, and you hear, because at the end of the runway is the highway.
You know.
So the pilot told us that they have to go there by themselves, must about 5-6 times before they can carry passengers. The lady just said, she just said,
No.
I told you.
No. How you manage that? You're supposed to sweat like a
At first, when she said, I said, no. She said, all right, next one. Sir Henry Morgan, Calico Jack, and Blackbeard Teach were pirates that occupied Port Royal. Sir Henry Morgan, me know.
Yeah.
Calico Jack and Blackbeard.
Well, it have to be true, because if Morgan in there, she never say either or. So true. It's true.
True. Sir Henry Morgan, Calico Jack, and
John Calico Jack also makes a good
were prominent pirates who were associated with and operated out of Port Royal.
Beverage.
Actually, I feel bad still because we're supposed to know more about this Caribbean than I do. We guess too much. All right. That's it. I just want to show you something. Come here, Kyle. Kyle, come here. I said, come here. the don't spot in the studio. This is Kyle. Come here now,
maybe
clown.
Take up the shirt him have on.
This is Kyle. This is Kyle. He's a Chelsea man still, but he's my son. My don't son.
No. Not this one. Not this one.
I love him to death.
He's only done on Monday.
Yeah, only Monday.
He's better on a Tuesday, which means it's his father's influence.
I love him to death. That's it for the show. Thank you all so very much for watching. Tomorrow, Sim will be here with Delia. What do you do?
Coming up on tomorrow's show, we meet the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information's 2025 Math Teacher of the Year. And DTS Swim launches its latest Sand Gems collection.
One opportunity used wisely can change your life dramatically. I'm not certain who said that, but that sounds good to me. Know where the kids are all the time and tell them that you love them. Blessings and
love.
God bless everyone.
Yeah, but that memories. Yeah, fruits and chalice for the mix. Matter pack with some fashion in a this. I ought to turn it up just a little bit. Yeah. Regular be pull up his bends and tap it up. What is up? Gas it up. Flow like a feed up. New pop it on the ends and cut it up. Jack still got it up. Wrapped and package up.